The Naval Academy Class of 2024 came close to setting a record in its effort to scale the Herndon Monument, just maybe not the kind it hoped for. The 4th class midshipmen had the second slowest Herndon climb in Naval Academy history on Saturday at 3 hours 41 minutes exactly. As the plebes fought their way to the top of the 21-foot obelisk, slick with water and shortening, a cannon signaling that 3.5 hours had passed boomed out over the yard. Groans and chants of "We suck" rippled through the exhausted hoard, which was covered in grass, mud and sweat. But in the final hour, the class members hugged tightly together around the gray granite, forming a more stable base than the one they had cobbled together over the previous 3. In the end, a skinny Tennessean named Michael Lancaster scrambled atop the fleshy pyramid. Lancaster stretched, both hands gripping a midshipman's cover, a name for an upperclassman's hat. But he couldn't quite make it. Moving to the right, his foot found higher purchase atop another classmate. One shove, then another. This time, the cover got on top of the monument and stayed, freeing the plebes from their fight to avoid breaking the record for the longest climb, set by the class of 1998, at 4 hours 5 minutes 17 seconds. Ushered over to a gazebo, Lancaster faced his beaming classmates and threw a fist in the air. "We are the COVID class. We've beat COVID. We beat Herndon. And we are plebes no more," he shouted. There were people who saw the writing for a slow climb on the very greasy monument early on. Don Lauren and Jim Ripley, of the class of 1974, watched the plebes trying again and again to hoist a classmate high enough to end the climb. Lauren and Ripley are connected to the class of 2024 through the Academy's Another Link in the Chain program, which pairs classes decades apart for moral and developmental support. Asked for their assessment, the two agreed: organizational problems. "They're going to be at least 2 hours," Ripley said. Midshipmen greased the monument and put a Dixie cup hat, like those worn by plebes, on top. The plebes' goal is to replace it with the cover. Last year's climb was cancelled because of the pandemic. This year's was held without public spectators. Only vaccinated plebes participated Saturday, said Naval Academy spokeswoman Maddie Flayler. Superintendent Vice Admiral Sean Buck had previously said that 99% of midshipmen volunteered to get vaccinated. Around 4:12 p.m., at just under 3 hours in, the plebes took aim at the Dixie cup still resting mockingly atop the monument. A flash of something collided with the hat, sending it tumbling to the mud below. Cheers went up, but soon after, Commandant Thomas R. Buchanan stopped the celebration. The plebes had broken the rules requiring the hat to come down by a human hand, not a well-aimed water bottle. The plebes unstuck themselves from the pillar, undoing the progress they had made and fizzling any momentum, and they reset from the ground. Timing resumed. Kate Crothers, who most recently lived in Annapolis, MD, but hails from all over as an Air Force kid, threw herself into the fray. When it coughed her back out, she called the pile chaos. "It's not as bad if you're climbing up," she said. "But as soon as you become a base, that's when it gets sticky." This year's Iron Company, an honor bestowed on the company that performs best during the annual sea trials, was the 14th company, to which Lancaster belongs. The Iron Company gets the first go at the monument climb. Lancaster said that for most of the climb, he hung back. "I was really scared," he said. But Lancaster's build, kind of skinny, kind of tall, by his description, was an advantage. A classmate encouraged him to go up. "You're the ace in the hole," he said he was told. Lancaster waited until his classmates formed a solid base. Then, they sent him up. "I just put it up there by the grace of God and some good luck," he said.